This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
A very good evening. It's 8 on the clock. You're watching Headlines Now with me, Sai Manish. Let's get you through the headlines first. A special report by NDTV. The World Tamil Conference is all about the DMK, not a bit about Tamil. The World Tamil Conference enters murky waters as foreign scholars demand Nalini's release by the Indian government.
மனிதாபிமானங்கிறது எல்லாத்தையும் விட மிக உயர்வானது. பெரிய விஷயங்களுக்கு இந்த மனிதாபிமானம் ஒரு அடையாளம்.
She must appeal to people's heart rather than the brains.
Home Minister P. Chidambaram talks tough in Pakistan, wants Islamabad to talk less and act more.
I wish to remain positive on the outcome of the meeting with Mr. Rahman Malik.
The smoke and air of Chennai suburbs choke residents. It's an open well of health risks.
பயங்கர புகை அப்படி இந்த பில்டிங்லாம் தெரியவே இல்ல.
ஒரு மாசமாவே இருக்குது, யாருமே கேட்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க.
Police dogs serve the state but end up fending for themselves at the end of their work life. Indian team for the 3-test series in Lanka announced. Team India's prodigal son Yuvraj Singh is back.
The team balance is very good. We have correct kind of medium pacers who are good in test form of cricket.
And after a grueling round 1, it's now time for the knockout punch in FIFA 2010. Well, straight on to a special report by NDTV. In fact, 200 research papers on classical Tamil. This seems to be the only good thing for the language at the World Classical Tamil Conference in Coimbatore. But why is the ruling DMK spending 380 crore rupees on the event that's drawing over 1 lakh people daily? Well, the answer is simple. A special report by NDTV has found that inside the auditorium where discussions are held, only Karunanidhi and his family's achievements are being discussed. Just listen in, just as an example, in fact, just listen in to this noted Tamil poet, Palani Bharati.
வீடு வரை உறவு, வீதி வரை மனைவி, காடு வரை பிள்ளை, கடைசி வரை கலைஞர்.
I don't think the CM looks at it as a political thing, but then whatever it means, I think it will be seen only after the conference. You really can't say anything about that now.
Now, in fact, as you heard Palani Bharati there, in fact, singing praises about Karunanidhi, saying that Karunanidhi is the only savior of the masses in the state. Another indication of the fact that the World Classical Tamil Conference is being deviating from the very ideals that it sought to debate and discuss over these few days is the fact that scholars, some of the foreign scholars who've come as far as from Sri Lanka and South Africa today, made the conference murky by demanding that Nalini Sriharan, the main convict in the assassination of India's former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, be released. Now, all these foreign delegates came out in support of Nalini Sriharan. A lot of them, in fact, came out supporting this woman after a plea to this effect was sent to them by the lawyer, and they immediately jumped into the scene asking the Indian government to release Nalini.
பாதிக்கப்பட்டவர்கள் மன்னிச்சா அதற்கு மன்னிப்பு உண்டு. அவங்க அதை ஏற்றுக்கிட்டாங்கனாக்கா ரிலீஸ் பண்ணதில் ஒன்றும்.
I don't know if India can do that. I think she is also a woman and I expect she will do that.
விடுதலை செய்யுங்க. ஒரு பாரதூரமான குற்றம் செய்தவங்களுக்கும் விடுதலைங்கிறது அது உலகத்தில் ஒரு வளமையான ஒரு விஷயம் தான். மனிதாபிமானங்கிறது எல்லாத்தையும் விட மிக உயர்வானது. பெரிய விஷயங்களுக்கு இந்த மனிதாபிமானம் ஒரு அடையாளம். அப்போ அதை பெரிய நாடுகள் பெரிய சக்தி உள்ள இடத்துல இருந்து அவங்களோட கையில் இருக்கிற ஒரு குருவியை நசுக்கலாம், இருந்தாலும் அதை பறக்க விடுறதுங்கிறது பெரிய விஷயம். அதை அவங்க செய்யலாம்.
appeal to people's heart rather than the brains. So therefore I specifically said she must call for mankind, the world people as on the whole to petition or release not necessarily Tamils.
All of them, in fact, jumped to Nalini's defense after her lawyer issued a plea for all delegates to come out in support of her. Let's, in fact, listen into what prompted these foreign scholars to come out in support of Nalini's release.
செம்மொழி மாநாட்டில் கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கும் உலக தமிழ் அறிஞர்கள் நளினியை விடுதலை செய்ய வேண்டும் என்ற கோரிக்கையை தமிழக முதல்வரிடம் வற்புறுத்துவார்கள் என்ற நம்பிக்கை எனக்கும் நளினிக்கு இருக்கிறது. அதே போல எனக்கும் இருக்கிறது. அவர்கள் வற்புறுத்த வேண்டும் என்பது எங்களுடைய விருப்பம்.
And our political correspondent Shabir Ahmed joined us with details from Kovai.
Many of the Tamil scholars here wanted Nalini to be released on humanitarian grounds because they say that she has been languishing in the jails for almost 2 decades. It has been 20 years since Nalini has been in the Vellore prison and several other prisons for the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. So that is something, the support which she is getting from. But we will have to wait and see whether the Tamil scholars who have come all across the world will request the Chief Minister on this front.
Well, for the first time in 30 years, the Home Minister of India is on a visit to Pakistan and he has carried a tough message on terror. After a one-on-one meeting with Pakistan's Interior Minister Rahman Malik last night, Chidambaram said Malik's efforts to bring peace are commendable, but sources have told NDTV that while Pakistan has agreed to look into India's concerns on terror, there have been no tangible promises yet. India will push Pakistan to convict Zakir Rahman Lakhvi, one of the masterminds of the Mumbai attacks, who is currently on trial, as well as Renan Lashkar-e-Toiba founder Hafiz Saeed. India has requested that at least Saeed be banned from making inflammatory speeches across Pakistan.
We know that 7 people are being prosecuted in the case. Now, how far that prosecution is proceeded is for the Pakistan government to say. I understand that the trial that was scheduled today has been adjourned by a week. We think that more people were behind the 26/11 attack and more people should be prosecuted. That point has been made to the Pakistan government, and as I said, I wish to remain positive on the outcome of the meeting with Mr. Rahman Malik.
Every religion teaches you to be peaceful. So we will not allow the religion to be used as a tool to promote terrorism.
Well, the whole country is burning a day after the government announced that it would hike petrol, diesel and LPG prices. In fact, a transport strike called by CITU is on in West Bengal. Meanwhile, in Kerala, the ruling LDF is also observing a dawn-to-dusk strike. But in Chennai, a group of CITU Auto Traders Union of North Madras, in fact, protested near Pursavakkam against the price hike of petrol, diesel and LPG cylinders. Around 100 of them participated in this protest. They raised slogans and attacked the UPA government and demanded an immediate rollback of the prices. With the increase in petrol and diesel prices, the auto drivers wanted even their auto fare meters, which they never use in any case, to be revised.
இந்த விலை உயர்வு கொடுமையானது. இதை ரத்து செய்யப்பட வேண்டும். மத்திய அரசு இதை வாபஸ் பெற வேண்டும் என்ற அந்த கோரிக்கை வலியுறுத்திதான் இன்றைக்கு சிஐடி வடசென்னை ஆட்டோ தொழிலாளர் சங்கம் சார்பாக ஆர்ப்பாட்டத்தை ஆரம்ப கட்டமாக நாங்கள் நடத்துகின்றோம். முற்றிலுமாக வாபஸ் பெறப்பட வேண்டும். மேலும் இந்த பெட்ரோல் டீசல் விலை உயர்வை நிர்ணயிக்கக்கூடிய அதிகாரத்தை தனி முதலாளியிடம் மத்திய அரசு வழங்கக்கூடாது. மத்திய அரசே கையிலே வைத்திருக்க வேண்டும். மத்திய அரசு தனியார்கிட்ட வழங்கினால் பெட்ரோல் டீசல் விலை உயர்வு என்பது நாளுக்கு நாள் அதிகரிக்கக்கூடிய வாய்ப்பு இருக்கிறது. ஆரம்ப கட்ட ஆர்ப்பாட்டம் தான். அடுத்த ஆர்ப்பாட்டம் அனைத்து தொழிற்சங்கத்தையும் சேர்த்து சென்னை நகரத்தில் ஒரு வேலை நிறுத்தத்திற்கு நாங்கள் சொல்வோம் என்பதை இதன் மூலம் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம்.
Right, those were the auto drivers, but how different is it going to be for you when you get your car or your bike in the petrol station from today? In fact, petrol, which was earlier 52.13 per litre, will now cost 55.63 after the 3 rupee 50 paisa hike. Now, as far as diesel is concerned, Chennaites will have to pay more. 40.07 will be the rate. That's up from 38.05. Kerosene is also up. But what's going to worry you the most, perhaps, is that cooking gas cylinder of yours. You'll have to pay 35 rupees more, adding to your monthly bills. We're slipping into a short break right now. On the other side, airline trainers face an admission crunch at some centers. 200 students less this year.